Hey, happy Sunday. What is this? Number 325. One of those weird shows where the first two numbers equals the third number. Being a numbers geek, that always kind of catches my attention. I hope everybody's doing well. Let me get this thing adjusted here. And I will share the link in there for anybody to join in. Hope everybody's doing well here. What is this? August 9th, 2019. Oh, better stop the music. Listening to Boo Ray. Interesting. One of the artists I've discovered. I'll share the screen here. It's kind of interesting. He's good. This is on Rune. Which is my streaming service. I have my own music and then subscribe to Tidal. But this guy, country artist, I think he's in Nashville. He's got 3 albums. Listening to this one, I think this is his first album. So yeah, some good music, kind of country rock. Yeah, it's I like it. I'm not a huge fan of country, but his music is good. He's got some smart lyrics, a nice voice. So kind of fun to listen to, but I will go ahead and pause Mr. Boo and shut down Rune. So Sunday, August 9th, getting through August, another hot and humid day today. I'm going to try to have to stop here about 7 because I've got a call tomorrow that I thought I knew I had, but I forgot what time I had it, and I'm not as I still need some to do some work. It's earlier in the morning rather than later in the afternoon. I had it somewhere in my mind that it was later in the afternoon, and this morning on my run, I was like, "Oh crap, that's early, isn't it?" I got back and checked, and sure enough, so I still got to do some work. But I had a good run this morning, hot and humid, but a good longer run than I normally. Well, the longest run I've done in a few months because I've been kind of fighting that hamstring injury. So, but that felt pretty good, and I knocked out I did a 10-mile run, which is more than I've done in like 4 months. And it was hot and humid this morning. I started a little later than I wanted. Well, than I was originally planning, and it just wiped me out. And I had some stuff to do today, so. But I had to take a nap, so I ended up taking a 2.5-hour nap this afternoon, which I needed to do because I was just completely wiped out. But here we are. So I'll end the show at 7. See if anybody else joins in here. But a couple of things that I want to talk about is I'm finally off of Pro on Flickr. I finally. My Pro membership finally ran out, which means I uploaded one image today, just something kind of funny that took a picture of that we saw. But in order to do that, I was over the limit because the free limit is 1,000 images, and I had a Pro account for 5 or 6 years, but now it's like $60 a year. And I'm like, no, I'm not renewing it. So anyway, the renewal. That period came up, and I switched back to the free model. I think it was last week, like right at the end of July, maybe July 28th or 29th or something like that. But I had to upload. I had to delete images in order to upload, so I had to go through and delete stuff, which I hadn't had to do before. Hey, James.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I had the bandage taken off today.
You had what?
I had the bandage taken off on Friday. So
really good. Good. So that means everything must be going well then.
Yeah, everything's going well.
Good. So it finally got far enough along that it healed enough that everything just kind of dissolved away for the most part.
You want to see it?
Yeah. Let's have a knee update, a scar update. Look at. Oh yeah, it still looks nasty, but it looks a lot better than it was. Okay, Yeah, and that'll. Are you putting? Did they give you like some sort of cream or whatever to maybe help reduce the scarring?
It's vitamin E to smooth over. But they told me not. Well, when they took the plaster off on that, we said don't put anything on it yet. Just wash it, but don't put any cream on until Sunday. So tonight I'll put some more cream on.
Okay, all right, and that'll help reduce the scarring probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. Well, good. No, it's still it still looks gross, but it's a lot better. It's a lot less gross than it was last week, so that's good.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Wes, how are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. Good. Doing well. So yeah, we got the knee update from James. He's doing well. Got a good knee. Better. So you started training for your marathon today, James? Are you good?
I'm not allowed to run anymore.
Oh, okay. All right. Walking's fine, but no running, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that
I gave
does,
up my running when I was in the army.
okay. All right.
I came out of the army, I gave it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's probably better because you're not putting any additional stress on the knee, at least, which is.
Well, the funny thing is, those people that run know they're damaging their bones at a later date.
Yeah, it depends how much you do it. I mean, it's one of those things. If you just go crazy with it, yes. Although there's been some evidence that reasonable amounts help, but you've got to balance that out. Yeah.
Look at most of those athletes. Most of them end up with problems.
Yeah, a lot of them do, and I think a lot of it. Well, yeah, there's definitely runners that do, but a lot of the guys that ends up with problems are the football and the basketball players, where they get the ligaments. They tear the ACL or all that stuff, and then there's just nothing left. I mean, they've got all the so all the control mechanisms are messed up. So yeah, they end up with a lot of problems. But yeah, I mean, I think about that every time I run, but I've been injury free pretty much my whole life as far as running, and I don't
Nobody catch up on you.
Yeah, it might. Check back with me in 25 years.
If I can, that'd be nice that I'm living that long.
Yeah. Well, you'll be 90. Come on.
I'll even check on my cousin, see if he's still around.
Yeah, Dennis. What are you? So you're 65, right, James? Dennis, you are 60. You're a little older.
Yeah, I'm 69.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, you'll only be 94. I mean, geez.
Yeah, it's no problem. I won't be getting a telegram off the Queen.
Okay.
You not have to pay for those letters now for her birthday card? You have to pay for that?
Do you?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, she's probably down to her last 5 billion.
Yeah. Starting to need to ask for a handout.
Yeah. Still, not be as bad as the royal family in Spain.
Is there some news about them? Are they broke now?
Is what?
Is the royal family in Spain broke now?
No, far from it. I think the ex-king who abdicated is gone to live in Saudi Arabia because of fraud investigations about the billions of pounds he's got in Switzerland.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're, what else are you going to do when you're in power except steal from the people? I mean, that's,
Yeah. Apparently, his son-in-law's already in prison for fraud.
That runs in the family.
Yeah, and the new king, he's sort of like disowned his father, or he's dishing himself from him, like he's can't be seen to be friends with the ex-king,
Yeah.
Now they reckon it's probably going to be kicked into touch, because they was a republic under Franco, wasn't it? Well, and then they went back to royals, and I think they may find themselves back to a republic soon.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it might be. Well, that's being royalty is just a pain in the ass. I mean, I wouldn't want it.
Yeah, well, you got Prince. What's his name over there now? You can keep him.
Harry, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Meghan.
Yeah. Harry and Meghan. Yeah, excellent. Yeah. Aren't you lucky?
Yeah, that's an interesting situation. They've supposedly disowned being royals, but because they didn't like the fame and all the stuff that went with it, but yet they always seem to be wanting to be out in the public and being famous. So it's like, okay, you got to have one or the other.
Yeah, it's funny how the guy, was in the army. What about you, Jimmy? When you was in the army, the pay must have been so good, because
I got £31 a month.
a month, yeah.
A month, yeah.
Wow. Well, how's he doing it? Because he's driving around an Aston Martin,
Yeah.
He's an officer. I wasn't.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he was an officer.
Yeah.
Private education and all the rest of them.
Oh, man.
The officers don't sweat; they perspire.
It is true.
They glow. They don't sweat. They glow.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
Believe me, they let you know they're an officer as well. Very big class difference.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah. I think when I stayed on the United States Air Force Base in England here at Wethersfield, the American officers and men eat together in the same canteen,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it used to be an RAF base, and they showed us the officers' mess, and they turned it into a bowling alley, and that really amused me. Yeah, they made the RAF officers' mess into a bowling alley.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that the officers don't eat with their with the enlisted people then.
No, you see the old World War I films. The general is about 50 miles behind the action, with the servant serving his dinner on a silver plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they ever stuck their heads above the ditch.
Yeah. How do you?
You know what?
Yeah.
Do you know what? When I was in the army back in 73, 77, the Queen came to visit us in Dover, and she had her own toilet made for her. They built a toilet just for her. No one else was to use it. Cost thousands.
Yeah. So that's so you can never prove whether their shit stinks or not.
Yeah. That's probably true. Yeah. Oh, that's unbelievable. They actually had a custom-made toilet for the Queen, and that was, yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Isn't it?
That right there, James, is the whole. I mean, that's the whole royal thing in a nutshell, right there. I mean, that pretty much
I don't know
encapsulates.
what you want to call it, but I've never heard so much bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that pretty much encapsulates the whole royal thing right there. That little story. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's the 21st century now. I mean, kings and the kings were only the gang leaders of the past. Used to kill everybody who had any objections.
Yeah, that's basically it. So, so good. So everybody have a good week. Any equipment purchases, Wes? Are you good? You good on the equipment purchases for a while?
Yeah, I need to send off the lens to get the firmware updated, but other than that, I'm good.
You have to send off the. Wow, what do they put a? They have to literally plug in the lens to update the firmware on it.
Yeah, it's my old 70 to 200 2.8. It says you can't use the dock on it. They do nowadays where you can just plug them in to the computer. So I have to send it back to Tamron and have them update the firmware.
Oh, okay, good. So that how long will it take? A week? Probably a week or two.
Probably about a week, 10 days. I don't know, depending on how
Okay.
things are going with the.
Okay. Do you have to pay for that, or
They're claiming it's a free service, so yeah, I just have to pay to ship it to them, and they'll do it and ship it back to me.
okay? So you got to pay like $15,
No way
$20.
you can do it online, Wes.
What's that?
Can you not do it online? Like stick the lens on the camera and then upgrade from the camera.
No, unfortunately, not the older lenses. They don't allow for that.
Okay.
The newer generation, the G2s, they do have a USB dock that you can plug on the back and update the firmware that way, but
Okay.
the older ones don't.
Okay. So how old is your lens? What year is it from?
I don't know when this one came out. It's probably 2012 or so, 2011.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
It's not,
8 or 10
it's not
years old.
super old, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, good. We'll get that sent off. It'll be a brand new lens.
Yeah. That way it can work on my my R because it doesn't work right now. It doesn't. Well, it works, but it doesn't autofocus.
Okay, it's just a manual focus lens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. How about you, Dennis? Any equipment? Any repairs? New equipment? Anything?
No, I get my customary email every day from Sony telling me to buy their Capture One.
Okay.
That's not going to happen.
you've been ignoring those emails for years.
Yeah. Well, I just think it doesn't do anything. Well, it doesn't do anything that I can't do in Darktable. It's just crazy. You know?
Yeah. Well, no, it's just a proprietary software, and that's how they make their money. So and
it's not cheap. It's about £600. You know.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, if it was, $50, $60, $100 maybe, but yeah, that's a lot of money for just.
Yeah, and of course they keep sending me things going like half price this week, but half price is too much.
Mm-hmm.
I bought something new.
What was that?
I bought something new.
What, apart from your knee?
No, you're going to laugh at this. I went, now and again, I go for a walk around the block, to make sure I'm getting some exercise and that for my knee. But then I got in the car and went to go for a haircut, but they wouldn't let me in. They took my temperature and they said, you're over 100, so you can't come in. I said, okay, you're doing the job. I'll come back tomorrow. So I thought that and I bought one of these. So now, I test myself.
Okay. And?
97.8. The next day I got in and had a haircut.
Okay. That's funny.
Gonna have to call you Gadget Man from now on.
Yeah. No, is that a full? Is that just for temperature, or is it a full? I mean, you can like test the temperature of the engine when you get done driving. I mean, does it go up to hundreds of degrees?
I suppose it could, because it's got a house and it's got a picture of a head we shine on the head.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So maybe. Yeah.
But now I can test myself. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But who's going to think about going for a walk and then going for a haircut and the temperature raises?
Yeah. No, it's
walk fast. They can't walk fast, so it wasn't building that much of a sweat.
Yeah. No, it's funny. My parents are in a retirement community, and with all this going on, I mean, they pretty much sign people in, sign people out. They take temperatures. When you come back into the building, and they always have to wait, because if they go out for a walk, they come back and it's like, oh, your temperature is high. Well, duh, I was out, we were out walking, so they have to sit down for.
I have that tested on every twice a week, because when I go for therapy, before you get in the door, they test you with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's interesting. Yeah, so my parents are always like, oh, we have to wait again. We have to wait, sit inside, or wait a while.
A little walk like that is going to affect the temperature.
Yeah, but when it's real hot outside, if the sun's shining on your forehead or whatever, it heats up. Yeah. It heats up pretty fast. So. Yeah, temperature helps. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it doesn't really indicate totally whether you're. Well, I guess if you're sick, but it might not indicate whether or not you have the virus or not. It doesn't really.
Let me know if I can have a haircut next month.
You are going to have one?
No, I had a haircut. I'm going to. Like I said, let me know next month if I can go and get a haircut.
Oh. Yeah. Well, it's funny. I went to the doctor just for like an annual checkup, and got signs on the front of the building, masks. You got to wear a mask the whole time. So you walk in the building and you get down to the office or the particular doctor, and it's got to wear a mask. You walk in the door. There's a big sign that says wear a mask. So I asked the doctor. I says, how many people walk in without a mask? He says, oh, several people a day. He says it's just crazy, and we just spin them around and send them back out the door. So people just not paying attention, totally kind of clueless to it. So yeah, so I didn't buy any equipment today, but I did have to delete some stuff from my Flickr account. I finally my pro plan expired, so I had to delete 60 images to get me down to 997, so I could upload an image.
Nice.
Could you not create another account and move them over to that?
No. I've got all the images on my hard drive, so it's not like they're exclusive. So I just took away 50 images I posted back in 2008 pretty much and reduced it down. One account's fine, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go through over the next week or two and take away another 40 or 50. That way, it'll get me down to I can upload current images.
Just open a new account. Keep your old one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's more stuff. I mean, if I want to really share some of those images, I can do that. But you know, if I keep it, you know, within 900 or 1,000 of the best images, or the images I want to keep, I'll be good with that, I guess. Yeah, because I've got them all. I'm not using Flickr as image storage. It's not, you know, if Flickr, if I lose them from Flickr, I don't lose them forever. So I've got them all on the hard drive anyway. So, but now on an important note, Wes, did you get the email I got from Vinyl Me Please?
Yes, I did. Actually, I've made a video about it.
Oh, okay. Did you just upload that today?
It went up Friday, I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I haven't seen that, but I looked at that and I was like, oh, it's going up
way up
$16 a month. It's going up 50% basically.
Yeah.
What's this?
Oh, it's a record, a monthly record club. Where, you know, they send you new releases on a monthly basis, and it went from what $25 a month to $43.
Yeah, I was paying $27 a month. Some people were paying $29 a month, I think, and $31 a month. But yeah, it went up to $43 a month.
Yes, yeah, and $40 a month if you bill every 3 months, which is what I've been doing.
Yeah, and then
3 months.
Additional records, add-on records, are like $33, and they were $24 now.
Wow. Ugh. I think they're going to lose a lot of members.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
My membership, I just renewed in July, so I'm good through October. So,
yeah.
But
That'll probably be your last month.
Yeah, I'm not going to renew. I'm not going to renew then because I mean I could justify $23, $25, $26 for a record, but I can't justify $40.
Yeah,
you know, not for something that's kind of randomly picked out. And I've got a choice of one or three. You know, they do a pretty good job, but man, that's no.
I've liked what I've gotten, but I don't like it that much.
Yeah, that's exactly.
If something comes along that I really, really have to have, I'll pay the $43. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be wondering. I haven't watched many of the vinyl community posts, but I'm sure you're probably not the only one that's posting videos of being a little shocked at the change.
Yeah.
Man, okay. Well, I'll watch your video tonight. But yeah, I saw that yesterday. I'm like, ooh, okay. No, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm not playing that game anymore.
Yeah.
Who would have thought, Dennis, that vinyl's getting so expensive?
Yeah, well, I suppose they jump on the bandwagon once it became here again. Yeah.
No, they've been a good club. I mean, lots of good. I mean, I've been a member for 5 years, so might just make it to my 5-year anniversary and then say sorry, no more. But,
yeah, I don't see the business sense in this. When they put it up that much, they must lose so many people. Do they actually get any extra money?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think maybe they're trying to reduce the size of the club. It's just gotten too big. I know they've had problems with that, where they have so many subscribers that it's just become this huge thing.
Yeah. I guess that's a good problem to have. Well, this is one way to reduce the membership.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably going to lose 25% of members. I would
at least.
Maybe more.
30%.
Yeah. Well, they hopefully did. Some accountant with a pointy hat on figured out maybe, if we raise it by 50% and we lose 30, we're still ahead by 20.
Yes.
I wish him well. But yeah, that was kind of surprising. It was kind of not photography related, but it was like, wow, that was a little bit of a surprise. Well, I guess that's just more money to put towards photography now. Right.
Yeah. It's like, either my local shop's going to get the extra $30 a month, or I'll put it towards something else.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, so good. So how's everything going in the UK as far as coronavirus, Dennis? Any updates? Anything critical that we need to know?
No, they're just talking about all the schools must go back next month.
Okay.
the priority to the children go back to school. It's I don't know. It's the youngsters which are just ignoring everything and then taking and wiping their families out.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, kids don't. I mean, there's always bad results, but kids generally are asymptomatic and don't get much effect. But the problem is they go out, or the teachers or staff that are in the school, or they go home and give it to mom and dad or grandma and grandpa, and it's not a good result.
They were doing a campaign say, "Don't kill grandma."
Yeah, it is interesting. We're coming up on school starting. Some schools are started up last week here. Some are starting up tomorrow. For you guys, they're starting school down there, right, Wes? Are they pretty much starting up this week?
No, 24th is when the grade schools are starting the 24th, and then college is starting on the 31st.
Okay. And colleges, are they doing in person? I mean, they're not doing a virtual semester. Okay.
Mixture of in person and virtual, but they're doing some in person classes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, your schools closed down quite early, don't they, in America?
Yeah, they mostly closed down at the end of March. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. So ours closed down in July, and they go back in September.
Okay. Yeah. No, the normal school year for us, most kids get out for summer break mid-May to the first part of June, and then go back mid-August. So. Yeah. Oh, there's Frank. Hey, Frank.
Hey, guys.
How are you?
I'm doing well, and you?
Doing pretty good.
That's good.
We're just discussing the ramifications of sending kids back to school.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. That's going to be interesting to see. I mean, there's been kids that have gone back here and where they started, we're going to do all in person, and they're switching. Well, we're not going to do in person anymore. We're going to go back to virtual or a mix or something. So
It needs to be done.
I know a fact that my cousin and myself, we said we're never going to go back to the school we went to.
yeah. Does the school even exist anymore?
Yeah, called St. Joseph's. What's it
No,
called?
it's a Muslim academy now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a good school still, but our old school was closed down. Now it's all
Yeah.
It's strange because my college was changed into a Muslim academy as well.
Yeah. Change happens, I guess. Yeah.
All the writing on the boards outside was like squiggly lines with dots over the top. I couldn't read it.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Well, my old grade school got bulldozed about 15, 20 years ago, so it doesn't exist anymore. Got turned into a parking lot.
Well, there was plenty of schools where we lived. They should have bulldozed them with the people in it.
Yeah. So let's jump into the images here. I've got I do have to end here pretty much at 7. I've got caught at a meeting tomorrow that I thought was in the afternoon. It turns out it's in the morning. So the work I was planning to do tomorrow morning, I have to do tonight. So
Oops.
that happens.
At least you found out about it now as opposed to.
Well, no, it was on my calendar. I just had in my mind that it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's not. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. So let's jump into this. We've got some good stuff, I think. We have some good stuff here. Yeah. Oh, remind me later. I got to change my images. There we go. All right. Where were we at? I think this was the last one. Last one from last week. Yep. This is yours, Dennis. Looking up into the woods. Hadley Woods, next to the new construction castle that they've got there.
Yeah, it's not far away.
Yeah. All part of the.
I don't think it's been there as long as the castle, though.
Yeah. Okay. So this is interesting one. I guess 9, 4, 7, 10 images. Yeah, 10 images.
Probably even 11 if you include the background.
Yeah. Yep. That's true. And then you put the filter on it, the effect of making it almost a painting.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's nice.
Reminds me of that shot. I don't know if you've all seen it. It's from an airport. The guy took a bunch of shots of all the planes taking off from the airport, and then made a one big montage showing dozens upon dozens of different types of planes that actually take
Oh,
off.
okay. I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. It sounds good though.
Yeah. Yeah. So kind of from the same spot, just taking different planes, different.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's pretty wild. It looks like there's like a 50, 60 planes taking off in the air all at one time. It's pretty cool.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah. That's a neat idea. And yeah, a lot of work to get it to that point. Lots of layers.
Yeah.
I guess that would be the easiest way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Lots of layers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. Now this one, I'm assuming we probably did in Photoshop. But yeah, that's a nice. Ends up with a nice image at the end. It's neat. The least turn, many turns.
One
He's been
good
doing
turn
more and more
deserves
wildlife
another.
photography. Yeah. Here we go. Great egret. The stalking in the marsh. Okay, taken July 15th. Yeah. That's nice. Nice light there.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone else bothered by the gradient in the front there?
Yeah, I was just gonna to comment. That's kind of interesting.
I'm kind of bothered by it.
It's kind of just distracts from the image overall. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't look real at all.
It looks fake. Yeah.
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 Yeah, and he took it with
Tone it down a bit, it might work, but it's too strong.
a little bit too strong, too yellow, basically. Yeah, too much and too yellow, maybe.
Yeah, too much
Blur.
blur. Yeah.
Yeah,
Crop a lot of it off.
yeah, you could do that. He did it with a 500.
Yeah, you know, it's
Yeah.
one thing to see a bunch of reeds that are blurred out. You can tell there's some separation in between them. But in this one, it just looks like almost as if you shot through a piece of opaque glass or something.
Yeah, like the yellow fabric or something. Yeah,
Coke and filter number 499 or something.
yeah, maybe.
It reminds me of when you never rolled your roll of film on properly, and you've doubled its total.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, I've had that happen. Yep.
but you know, if when you experiment like this, you got to have the expectation that you know, some of this stuff is going to work and some of it's not going to work.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's all part of the process.
Right.
Yeah, you know, it'd be interesting to get his thoughts on it. Yeah, he's got a. It's a nice image, but yeah, it is a little. Now that you mention that, Wes, yeah, now it's a little much, but it's a nice shot of the bird.
Very, very nice. Yeah.
Turn it down a little bit, but yeah, he's been doing more and more. There we go. Coasts and Ghosts 2. 176-second exposure.
I like it. I think it's nice.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this is interesting.
I like those little spots of light on the foreground rocks. That looks nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And down here and change that. The colors are kind of neat there. Yeah. Also structure, surface on the rock. Oh, okay, too big. We've seen this this bay inlet before. Quite a few images from this part of from this area. Yeah. Some ghosts. Okay, 74 groups. Okay. He took it to heart last week. We were saying, hey, there's not enough groups. Got to post some more groups. Pier pressure. The new fishing pier at Fort Nathan Hale.
Yeah, it looks good in black and white.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a good image for black and white.
Yeah, I like this one.
Hmm.
60-second exposure. What he did. Yeah, it's not the wire in between is kind of, yeah, that's nice. Yep, it's a neat shot. Nice clouds. Yeah. Yeah, he is getting out every time, every day.
Going
Every day.
Going back to the other one with the rocks and all that, if you bring it up, those images are blurred. Of the
Which
people-
one?
With the rocks, with the sunset and that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those people sitting on the rock over there.
Mm-hmm.
If you bring it up to view it, they're blurred.
Oh yeah.
It's a long exposure.
Yeah, it's a 3-minute exposure. So
Doesn't he usually put people in after it?
Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't.
yeah, I think this was probably just letting it happen as he went. Yeah, sometimes he does take just a shot and then add it in. But yeah, this is more just letting the people move as they do. Yeah, because the boat
Yeah, boats are moving.
moving. Probably, I don't know. Looks like it might be anchored and just kind of sitting there, but going up and down in the water. Yeah, going up and down in the water. Yeah. Just depends kind of what kind of look he wants. Okay, brown pelicans. Newton Beach. Those are big birds.
Yeah.
And yet he's got a 600 with the 2X teleconverter.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So once again, he had one of those. Was it last week too? I was like, man, that's got to be fiddly as far as staying on task for focus and following. I think you would use maybe a monopod at least for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be twitchy.
I was using an A9, so that would be the camera you would want.
Yeah.
That's the top end there.
Yep. Yeah, those are big. Do you have brown pelicans down there, Wes? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
on the coast, so
Yeah, on the coast.
Yeah, we have them here as well.
Yeah.
not where I'm at, but on the coast.
Yeah. I know I've seen pelicans down there. I just can't remember if they're brown pelicans or not. But yeah, they're big, big birds.
Yep.
They like their fish. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so here we go in isolation. This is nice. It's almost fluorescent green on the moss on the rocks here. Oh, there's nice. Here we go. There's your match. There you got the person in the green shirt matches up foreground and background, bright green. Yeah, person moving a little bit. 30-second exposure. Yeah. That's nice. You got the nice, what is it? The foreground's interesting. The all the stuff on the beach. Oh, and we got the seagull on the rock. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I wonder what I know last, they had that storm go through, was it Monday, I think, when that storm ended up going through Connecticut. They had a lot of power outages and that type of thing. So hopefully,
Yeah.
I know there was a lot of people in Connecticut that got hit pretty hard. So hopefully everything was good with Simi. He might have been out of power for a while. Sounds like that was a big problem there.
Did you feel the earthquake this morning?
No. Did you?
No.
Okay. All right. Because it was they said it was in far north, Zion, North Carolina or something like that. They claim people here in Atlanta felt it. It was about 8 o'clock in the morning. I didn't.
My friends in South Carolina felt it. They're just across the border.
Okay.
But I didn't feel it here.
Yeah. People in Atlanta claim they felt, I I didn't feel anything. So
Was it a 5.1?
yeah, it was a 5.1, which is a pretty for that area. They haven't had one that powerful in over 100 years. So
Wow.
they normally get, I guess, small earthquakes, 1 or 2, that type of thing. So 5.1 is pretty significant.
Wasn't
No
there
damage.
one about 100 some odd years ago that was so bad that it would actually made the Mississippi reverse its flow?
There's a big fault in Mississippi. I don't know what the name of it is, but yeah, there was it was like it was back in the 1800s or something like that. And it did mess with the river. Yeah. Because so much stuff moved. Yeah, that's the New Madrid fault, I think is what it's called, which is a big fault that kind of runs through the center of the country. And they're kind of worried if something big happens there that would do a lot of damage. So here you go, Dennis. Obviously, you were inspired by Simi's images of people out fishing. So.
Yeah, this is on the furthest point on the island there where it opens out into the sea.
Okay.
Yeah, and this was taken f1.2.
Wow. Okay.
Wide open, yeah. But it's been really hot here. We hit 100 degrees and it's quite hazy.
Okay. So hot so this is the North Sea then, right? Yeah.
Yeah. This is where the Thames Estuary opens out to the north.
Okay.
Do you have to use an ND filter to shoot wide open during the day?
Yeah, I did. I had a polarizer on as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because that would be, I would think, even haze, that would have been. And what was the shutter speed? What shutter speed did you end up shooting it at?
Can't remember now. Didn't it list it?
Lost it.
Yeah, it would have been 8,000 for a second probably.
Okay. Even with the filters on, yeah.
Yeah. Even at 1.8, I struggle sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, so we got looks like a boat out there.
Yeah, that's the ship. I put one on. The ship was further up on the other side of the island, coming down the Thames. But in a short period, you can see the difference between what the water was like and what the sea was like when it opened out. It was like that low tide, whereas it's getting a bit choppier there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now they are set. They've got their thing set up for their pole. Did they catch anything while you were there?
You usually get some taupe or bass along that edge there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay in the winter time for whiting and odd stuff like that.
Yeah. Ooh, it would be a little chilly out there in the winter, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I fished up there on a winter's night, and it was a ship had gone by out in the dark. We didn't pay much attention, but all of a sudden there was like 4-foot high waves coming up the beach. Yeah, and we watched our light float away in the sea.
Washed away.
It was still on, and we could see it going out to sea.
A little beacon vanishing in the distance. So here we go. Okay, so is this this is the estuary coming out then?
Yeah, no, you can see this is the Thames Estuary. You can just see the Kent coast on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
It's even where that ship is, it's still not the open sea. It still just gets wider and wider as it does open out though.
Okay. Yeah.
But if it was a clear day, you could probably see the wind turbines and everything on the shore over the other side.
Mm-hmm. How far across is that?
That's about 2.5-3 miles across.
Okay. All right. Pretty good distance.
You know what's funny? Looking at the ocean, the sea, and that, it looks like it's kind of cold. But when you look at the man, he's got no shirt on. It doesn't look cold.
Yeah, so it was 100 degrees on the seafront. Yeah.
Wow.
But there was a haze coming off of the sea because it's probably just evaporating before your eyes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a rare occasion in this country.
To get that warm, that's a little unusual.
Yeah, it was the hottest day of the year, apparently.
Yeah. Well, you get 100 degrees not every year, but I mean it's more often than you would than I would think, at least.
Maybe 1 or 2 days a year. It doesn't
Yeah.
normally get this hot.
Yeah.
Inconsistent.
Yeah.
Even at night, the temperature never dropped below 20 degrees centigrade. Well,
Yeah.
that's hot for a night time.
Yeah. It gets a little uncomfortable at night if you don't have air conditioning.
Yes, and this was earlier in the day with the tide low.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Look at the water. It's basically nothing.
It's yeah. You rarely see it like that, but it's great for fishing. I fished out there where that ship is, and you can see every bite.
Mhm.
The boat's not moving. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah. No, water is very calm. Yeah. There's much easier to see the opposite shore.
Yeah, I've seen it clearer, but
Yeah. Yeah, there's still a lot of high clouds and kind of haze, generally hazy. Yeah.
it is hazy. But I didn't want to remove the haze because in Darktable they got a
Mhm.
you can just put a haze filter on it. It just cleans everything up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, sometimes it's nice just to leave it in.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
Yeah, this was just experiment. I was using the 65 mil. There's a 2-to-1 macro.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So that's about as close as I can get.
Yeah. It came out nice. I like the detail in the center here. Little mini flowers in the middle.
It is a nice lens,
Mm-hmm.
just so heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an APO lens. It's hardly any vignetting or anything. It really is a good lens, but it just weighs twice as much as my 50 mil.
Yeah. So when it's on the camera, does it make the camera a little unbalanced as far as?
Yeah, you know it's on there. Obviously, it's much better to go out with the 50 or 35 mil on the front.
Yeah.
It's a really good lens, but I think if I was going to carry all the stuff around all day, I'd probably leave it at home. Just take the 50 mil, which is do just as good a job, really. But
Yeah. That extra 15 millimeters is twice as heavy, basically. Yeah, that's nice. It does some great images. Oh wow, there we go. So there's that osprey. I think we saw. Yeah, he posted an image of that last week. So here it is, 600 with the 2x teleconverter as well. So this, and probably cropped on top of that. Looks like he's sitting on top, the tippy top of something way up high.
It don't look real to me.
No, it doesn't it?
It's like it's a statue or something.
It's like a scarecrow or like one of those, something you put on top of your barn to keep the birds, to keep the birds away. Like a scarecrow almost, or not scarecrow, like an owl. People put the owl on top. I think if we put an osprey on top, that would probably keep the birds away too.
I'm just surprised he got the background in focus as much as he did.
Yeah.
Like you said, it must have been fairly heavily cropped.
Yeah. He's dead, obviously, like almost right below it because of the angle here.
Yeah.
He's like looking. Yeah, because you don't really see. It just looks like, yeah, that's the tail, but the perspective just kind of, you don't see it, the angle that he's shooting it from. But that's neat. Just he's got his talons wrapped around the tip of that branch.
it looks like they could do you a bit of damage.
Yeah. Oh, what's interesting is that the colors. I don't know if he did anything with the colors, but the colors of the feathers here, it's really, really nice against the sky too. So I don't know if he did anything with that, but yeah, there you go. That's what you need. You need a teleconverter for yours, Wes.
Yeah, it's tempting now that I have the full frame. I could
Mm-hmm.
use that. Help me get closer again, but
Yep.
we'll
Double
see.
it up and then crop down, and you've got pixels.
Maybe not a 2x, but maybe like a 1.4.
1.4. Okay. Yeah. They'll give you 850, something like that. Yeah. Oh, that's a good shot, Jose. Thank you for sharing that.
Can you go to the next one and I'll explain in a minute?
Oh, okay. All right.
But I do yard of the month for the people. This is the
Okay. Yep.
month. So I took this shot and I gave it to the people as well. Plus, it gets distributed by email development. Well,
All right.
what I normally do is I take the picture like this, and then I usually come in close. So these white flowers down here,
Mm-hmm.
back,
Yep.
is the flower that you came from.
Oh, okay. All right. So this was the kind of the overall shot of the yard.
Those flowers, white flowers down there on the right bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Go
Okay.
to the back one, that's them.
Oh, okay. All right. No, that makes sense. Give some perspective to. So this is at the exit isn't showing. There we go. Okay. Nice. Yeah.
This is nice.
Sprinklers just turned off, or you had some rain because you got some water droplets on the
It
flower.
was rain the previous night.
Yeah.
It's early in the morning because the sun's shadow and that, so I have to shoot in the morning.
Mm-hmm. So are you the official yard of the month photographer?
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, on the webpage for Auburn Place, I did all the photographs so people can go there, look at all the photographs of the area of that.
Oh, okay. That's a nice idea.
But the thing is, they took away my password when I came off the board of directors. And I said to them, if I have no password, I can't do the photos. They wouldn't let me, so I changed it and said, fine, screw it. I'll send all the photographs out by email and you won't get any.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they didn't. Yeah. I could see why they would do that. Yeah, because you're not on the board anymore. So you could be a disgruntled former board member and hack into the Auburn Place website and
Believe me, it's not worth it.
mess with.
If people want my pictures, I made it easy for them. They all got an email with them.
Yeah. And they can do with it what they need. Yard of the month.
To what kind of photos I can do anyway because of my knee. So
Yeah.
this one, I thought I'll do this one today.
Yeah, it's nice. Okay, so here we go. I just we noticed a few nights ago. Pam got up in the morning and noticed that the door from our house to the garage was open. So the cats had been in the garage. The garage door was closed, so they didn't get outside. But pulled the car out, and obviously we need to clean the windshield. But the paw prints of the cats running up and down the window. So there we go. That was we didn't notice it when we driving around yesterday. And this is Pam's car, and she doesn't use it much because she's working from home now. Well, we don't use either of our cars very much because we're home all the time. But yeah, it just.
There must have been something going on last night. We had some cats fighting in our yard last night.
Oh, really? You heard some? Maybe it was the cat, the secret society of house cats.
Must have been.
Yeah, rowdy house cat. Now, so what did Ringo? Was he all attentive?
Yeah, he was checking it out, trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah. That's yeah. Now, does he look at all the? We've had a big thing. We've got little, not geckos, little skinks, sort of little lizards running around on the deck, and it's been a
He likes to watch those on the front porch, and then we get
constant source of entertainment for the cats. Yeah,
crows in the yard, and he
mm-hmm.
barks it down.
Yeah. That's I'm gonna call it cat TV. Got to have stuff to keep the cats entertained. And usually, any wildlife or anything going on outside is enough to keep them entertained and pop their energy bubble.
Yeah, they actually have cat videos on I guess it was Amazon Prime. It's just basically birds at a bird feeder.
Yeah,
he liked those too.
Yeah. Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we tried that, and I didn't pay too much. Although that was with the smaller TV. Now we got the bigger TV. Maybe I have to try that again and see. Yeah, they watch golf when the ball is in the air. They chase that. So
yeah, I can see that.
Well, hey, good show, guys.
Yeah,
thank you for everybody for showing up. Things good with you, Frank, in California? Any news to report from the left coast with the coronavirus? Anything going on?
Same as usual. Lockdown. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Unless you're protesting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. That's
Yada,
California's
yada, yada.
they've had an uptick in cases, and
Mhm.
yeah, I know. I hear Pam down talking to her sister. Her sister and nephew were going to come out here in a couple weeks, but Georgia just made the top 10 list of outbreak states, so they're probably not going to show up. Like, no, I don't think we want to go and because go out, go to the museum or anything like that. Even though they're open, it's one of those things. Like, maybe we'll just wait till next spring. So, all right. Well, hey, good show, guys. Keep healing up that knee, James. You'll be ready to start. You don't have to run. You can start riding a bike.
I'll wait for them to let me know first.
Walking's good enough, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad that looks like the recovery's going well. So you're pretty much back to normal. Would you say you're at 90% now?
Well, yeah, I would say so. I mean, so when I bend my knee back, they say I'm on with that. But when I straighten my leg behind the knee joint itself, making that touch the floor, the floor to make it straight.
Okay.
2% off, two centimeters off. So
Okay.
Close.
Okay. So
So I
you.
might reach it this week.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they've given you stretches and stuff for that, I'm sure. So.
Yeah.
Now, your knee's probably more flexible than mine. That's been the thing I've been working on the last couple months is stretching. It's really made a big difference. I just kind of have ignored it, and I think I've gotten to I'm at the age now where I can't ignore it anymore.
I wouldn't.
I have to keep stretching. So, and it's just doing it for a few weeks has made a big difference. I'm still not that flexible, but I'm less inflexible than I was a couple weeks ago. So that's good. So, all right, guys, good show. Appreciate everybody showing up. Stay cool, Dennis, with your 100-degree days.
Yeah, well, they'll soon go. No, don't worry about it. Yeah, they'll be gone by the end of the week, probably.
Yeah, be gone, and then the sun will go away, and it'll get cold and rainy again.
Oh, yeah, you'll be sitting here with a coat on soon.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Good show as always. Take care, stay safe, and we will be back here next week. All right.
See ya.
Yeah, I'll watch your rant video, Wes.
All right.
All right. See ya.
See ya.